So kind of like what made me want to start Sly Fest was obviously my real love for attending real festivals.
Last question for you. But you think there's going to be another Sly Fest 2021?
So back in 2020, we started Sly Fest as a standalone event that erupted out of nowhere. But in 2021, we wanted to be able to build more hype for our event and follow a story. As a result, we created Sly Fest Minis, a series of miniature events that occurred once a month as a journey to Mochi Island. Each event, the environment changed, from starting at the docks and then leading to the events on the SS Sly itself. So let me give you guys a tour about, oh gosh. So let me give you guys a tour of the SS Sly. And right here is the Seabound stage. So if you go all the way to the top stairs, we'll be going to the top deck. Got it? Mm-hmm. And then we enter the hallway that goes to the boiler room. Let's go. So over the next 6 months since February, we featured over 50 artists on our lineup. When our boat finally reached our destination, it was time for our main event.
Maybe it's a gift that I couldn't recognize, trying to feel alive.
In the background while the minis were happening, the world for our main event was being created. The world's name? Mochi Island, named appropriately after its creator.
How does it feel to have an island named after me? It's neat, I guess. I think I enjoyed creating the foliage stuff because that was really hard to get running properly. It was a fun challenge. I didn't really do it. It still runs pretty badly, but I tried. What I enjoyed creating the most, actually, I think was probably the grotto. I loved that. It was more like making a map within a map. It was a secondary project of its own. I kind of got to go ham with the pretty stuff. I like that.
Similar to Sly Fest Minis, Mochi Island featured 3 different stages all in one world. We had over 60 performers for this year, with each talent bringing their A game while having fun.
What brought you to Sly Fest?
My brother, he introduced me to the whole thing, and I thought it was really cool once I saw the concept of everything, and I was really interested into it, and yeah.
Sly Fest for me, it was an eye-opener. It was my introduction to the EDM scene. This was when I really took in what VR chat DJs, what the whole scene here is. At the time, I had no idea the scale of it. I did not understand just how important it was. My favorite part performing for Sly Fest was seeing all my friends come and enjoy the show as well, and introducing all of them to the scene as well. That was, even though I was new to it at that time too, it was just really cool to expose it to my friends who aren't active or who weren't active in it at all, and to see them come and just jam out and party and all that fun stuff.
What type of music do you produce?
Usually kind of mishmashes of different EDM genres. Mainly what I do is remixes and arrangements of existing songs, like anime music, video game music. So it really just depends on the arrangement. So depending on what tempo it is, I might do a dubstep thing or drum and bass. Just kind of how I'm feeling the vibe of it. I don't really necessarily stick to a specific genre, you know?
Well, I try to be versatile. I make all sorts. But I started off with lo-fi, hip-hop, and then made my way up to EDM. And then right now I'm going through all all the subgenres of EDM from house to drum and bass. Right now, I'm on dubstep.
I make just a little bit of everything, but I've been really obsessed with melodic dub and mid-tempo.
I make a bunch of different stuff. I don't make much disco. There is some disco samples hidden in my stuff, but it's kind of a joke at this point. But yeah, I make all kinds of stuff.
This year's event was a huge undertaking, but it couldn't have been done without the people who were involved.
I'm Casa Patience, and my role was team captain over instancing, so I handled coordinating all of our instance helpers to maintain all the instances in Sly Fest. I also did programming, helped with Udon scripting for shader motion, so all those remote DJs you've seen in all the other instances, I helped create that.
Not really like a lot of like staff and like running the event stuff, but I did like a lot of VJing and making visual production stuff for different sets, as well as like helping out with some design stuff here and there.
So last Sly Fest, I handled all the shader motion stuff. So whenever there was a DJ that would go up, I would select it so that everyone across all the instances would see the DJ.
I actually closely work with Sly in scheduling the events or what content that needs to be released by each team. So under my umbrella are the talented creative team composed of the PR, blog writers, and social media coordinators, and as well as the ambassadors.
With Slyfest 2021, instead of, the mega prop idea, I really wanted to do something where it felt a little bit more like a festival, where you'd be able to sort of go to different places and different locations.
It was on a whole nother level.
Yeah, so having multiple different stages and just the stage present, I don't think had been really achieved. There was definitely other places that did it, but the level of detail in the stage presence that was at the previous Sly Fest and then the one that I was a part of with the multiple stages, definitely a different vibe.
So we had the grotto, we had the beach, and we had the resort stage. What I loved about each stage is that they all had their own feel and the memories that were tied to them. 2021 was full of those really great moments.
My most memorable moment, man, Baliena's closer set for Sly Fest 2021 was amazing. Everyone was just like fully vibing. The energy was 100 all the time. Everyone was so like on the same wavelength. It just felt incredible.
If I were to say, it probably would be Sonova's. Like their set was absolutely just for what they did for Sly Fest. It is just very memorable.
Just seeing the reactions of everyone who's come here and gave their time and effort to just be there.
Like just the fact that people are showing up, enjoying it, having a great time, and we're able to put this show together and seeing everybody just loving it. That's what I enjoyed the most out of all this. Biggest challenge was we were so busy throughout the year because of all the minis, and then we also had that collaboration with Muzz from MuzzFest.
We were getting closer to the date, closer to the actual Sly Fest event. We're all losing sorts of brain cells just trying to get everything done and ready to go.
I think I spent the first or second day, pretty much the whole day, online at the event. And then the third day ended up 16 full hours.
Many people doesn't know, but I run the social media and does the instancing at the same time, which made it stressful, but it's truly worth it.
Everyone's kind of doing their stuff behind the scenes, and then when you do put it all together into that big final piece, everyone gets to experience it at the same time, and then all the people who come to see all the work that we've done it's really cool.
Every artist, every DJ, every painter, sculptor, whatever your medium of art is, that is one of the best parts of what you do, is just being able to see that people are happy or feel some sort of emotion to what you create.
We have a way to bring communities through music and arts where they can fully express themselves. And especially Sly Fest team has a lot of talented and passionate individuals. So
being able to see it all come to life is one of the most fulfilling things that I've ever experienced in my entire life. So I really owe it to everyone who has come out to support us, and seeing all of these really marvelous and awe-inspiring DJs that give 110% of their effort, time, and talent into something incredible. So thank you so much for everyone who really is part of this. It's really a blessing.